is Cryonite, and today we are doing a Generation 4 Pokemon tier list. Now, I do have a lot bigger videos planned for the future, but today, I need a video out for today, so Pokemon Generation 4. Let's just do it. So, Turtwig. I always liked Turtwig. I think Turtwig's a pretty great starter. Very cute. I don't really have a lot to say about the Generation 4 starters, to be honest. Grotto. Grotto's more good to me. I never really was the biggest fan of its design, to be honest. Torterra, that's an excellent design. What a great design. What an excellent design for a final stage starter. It's just really good, and the typing of grass ground is very unique, and I always liked Torterra a lot. Chimchar. I picked Chimchar first, so I have a little bias to it, but it's great on its own. Monferno. I'm not the biggest Monferno fan, but it's pretty great. You can definitely see how Chimchar goes from Chimchar to Infernape. That's what I believe a middle stage evolution should do. It should basically just act as the bridge between the first and third evolution, and some fail at that, as we will talk about. Now, Infernape is a spectacular starter. What an excellent design. In my opinion, the best firefighting starter, which there is a surprising amount of. Piplup. Piplup is adorable. It's very cute. I'd say Piplup is great. I loved penguins a lot as a kid, and I always thought they were very cute animals. So a penguin starter was pretty good. Empoleon is another excellent starter. It's very fierce and intimidating, but it's also very classy, and I always liked that about Empoleon. We'll talk about him later. What a great early route starter. I'd say it's very, it's great, honestly. It's one of my favorite early game starters, birds, because there's always one. There's Pidgey, and there's the Pigeon one that nobody likes from Unova. Yeah, basically, it's one of the better ones. Now, Staravia is good. I mean, I'm not the biggest Staravia fan, but I can definitely see why people would like Staravia. Staraptor, on the other hand, is excellent, and I'm pretty sure almost everyone can agree that Staraptor is an excellent design. I mean, it's just a really well executed design, and that's why everybody uses it as the flyer on the Sinnoh team. Like, basically everybody. Bidoof. I thought Bidoof was very cute. What a great HM slave. He knows all of HM Mule. He knows all of the HMs that you need to beat Sinnoh. And since Sinnoh has a lot of HMs, he's useful, but design-wise, I'd just say he's good. Under Grotto. The Barrel, on the other hand, is below average in my opinion. I do not the biggest fan of a Barrel. Takes everything cute about Bidoof and then removes it. Kricketune is fine. It's okay. But Kricketot, I'm a big fan of Kricketot's battle cry that says at the beginning. Just for the battle cry alone, I put it in good. Though it's still pretty. By design, it's also pretty good. Shinx is absolutely adorable. What a good design. Now, Luxio is, Luxio actually not my favorite. I know a lot of people like Luxio. I was never that into Luxio, but I can see why someone liked it. I'd say it's definitely good. Now, Luxray, on the other hand, is great. What a fantastic electric type Pokemon. It's electric dark type, right? Though it may just be electric type, it does give off a lot of the dark type vibes. With excellent design. Yeah, I'd say it deserves to be an excellent tier. Bidoo is absolutely adorable. I always thought Roselia was lacking something, and Gen 4 definitely improved on Roselia's evolution line. Gave me both a baby form and Roserade. Subidoo is pretty good. Roserade, on the other hand, is pretty great. A very solid Pokemon. I mean, even Cynthia has it. It's I've never used the Roserade personally, but I can see why a lot of people like it because it's very well designed. I mean, Cranidos is. I'd say Cranidos is fine. Honestly, I have mixed feelings on Cranidos. On one hand, I kind of like what it's going for, but on the other hand, it's just not the most interesting fossil Pokemon they've made. Rampardos has really, really good attack and nothing else. But I like its design, so good too. What if Rampardos was all about defense and was actually good? That's what Bastiodon's about. Okay, we're gonna put all the Burmese in fine because I don't care and I don't think anybody does care. I like all the Wormadams a little bit, so I'll put them above the Burmese, but I still don't think anybody cares. And Motham? I'd say Motham's below average. Actually, I think all the Burmese and Wormadam should go below average, because genuinely, who really cares? I mean, they're such pretty dull Pokemon. Just added to, blow out the decks. They just aren't the most interesting Pokemon, but I'd say Motham. Motham's fine. Honestly, though, kind of overrated. I've seen a lot of people say that they really like Motham, but I've just never really cared that much. Now, I do like Combee a lot more than a lot of people. I always thought it was really cute, and I always liked its design, but I like Vespiquen a lot more. I think Vespiquen is very good. I mean, it looks so menacing and intimidating. I always thought that was a really good design. Pachirisu is fine. I mean, it's just another Pikachu clone. Like, to be honest, there was only that one thing that happened, which you probably know what I'm talking about, but that's the only reason anybody even cares about Pachirisu. Honestly, these are actually pretty well-designed Pokemon. I do like this one more. So I'd say this one's good, but I always thought they were pretty cute. Now, very, very cute. I always thought this one was very cute, but the other two, I could care less. Though I do think this one is even almost as cute as the original. Shellos, I love Shellos. I've always liked the water ground typing since, Swampert, Quagsire. I really love Quagsire. So Shellos and Gastrodon are one of my favorites. But I do like Shellos more since it's more cute. Ambipom, I don't really like Ambipom, to be honest. I just think they could have done it so much better. There's so many weird design details about it that I just don't really understand, to be honest. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but Drifloon, I always thought Drifloon should be good. Pretty creepy. I mean, the balloon has much creepier Pokedex entries, but this one's design is, pretty creepy, and Fantina's Drifloon was always pretty powerful. Baneri is adorable, so I'd say it's pretty good. Lopunny. I'd say it's good. Megalobunny is just stronger Lopunny, but I don't really care. Mismagius is also a pretty good ghost type Pokemon. Mischievous was very, very weak in Gen 2 for a fully evolved Pokemon, so definitely deserved an evolution. The same goes with Honchkrow, but I do like Mismagius more. Glammeow I always thought Glammeow was pretty cute, which is a shame that they ruined it with its evolution. I don't like Purugly. In fact, I kinda hate it. It's such an ugly cat. And it's the same argument. People who defend Purgly like, oh, it has ugly in its name. Oh, Crabominable has abominable in its name. That's the point. Yeah, it's still a bad design. I'm not a bad design. It's just very, very ugly and unappealing. Hey, you know Trimeco? Yeah, that really weak Pokemon from Gen 3? What about it? What if we gave it an evolution? But it was a baby form, which makes it even weaker. It doesn't get any stronger. Though Chingling is adorable. That's what Gen 4 is really good at, just adorable Pokemon. Stunky was made for the sole purpose to be used by Team Plasma. Other than that, it's pretty good. Same with Stunfisk, though I do like Stunky more. Very, very, cute. There's a lot of cute Pokemon. This one looks a little weird, to be honest, in my opinion. Bonsly is fine. I don't really care. Mime Jr. is adorable. I'm not the biggest Mr. Mime fan, but Mime Jr. is very, very cute. Happiny is also fine. Chatot is interesting for its cry alone. Design-wise, though, I'd say it's just fine. Just another fine Pokemon. Now, Spiritomb is interesting due to its Ghost Dart Pokemon, Ghost Dart type, which is shared with my favorite Pokemon ever, which is Sableye. But I always thought it was cool that Cynthia had one. It has no weaknesses, and it has the souls of 1,000 evil souls. And all those design inspirations and having a cool design itself always made me think that Spiritomb was actually pretty great. Gibble is very adorable. Almost like Gibble is not pretty good, really good. Gabite, I'm not the biggest fan of Gabite. I mean, it's definitely just, as I've said, Gibble is just the middle stage from Gibble becoming Garchomp. But that being said, Garchomp, where else could I put Garchomp? Honestly though, it's a spectacular Pokemon. I love Garchomp. Its sheer power, it's fierce, and it's very intimidating. It has an excellent design, being a land shark. Dragon Ground is such a cool typing. Garchomp is one of my top 10 Pokemon, and though that's kind of to be expected since like everyone likes Garchomp, I really like Garchomp. It's very, very cool. Mega Garchomp, I always liked how they made Mega Garchomp look like, well, a murderer. He looks absolutely insane. And while he's great, I can't say that he's great to the same level as Garchomp. And it's kind of over-designed, you know, like every single level Mega ever. Munchlax is actually pretty cute and is an absolute pain to get. Though, I'd say it's good. Riolu is also very cute. And Lucario is a pretty great Pokemon, to be honest. In my opinion, it's a pretty great Pokemon. I mean, sure, it's pretty overrated. I mean, like, everyone likes Lucario, just like everyone likes Luxray, and everyone likes Garchomp. But there's a reason for that. It has a very cool design, very interesting typing, and it's very powerful. Mega Lucario, to be honest, I always thought that it should probably just have been an evolution of Lucario. Though it being a Mega makes sense since it's so obscenely powerful. But it's just pretty good. Okay. This one, I don't really care. It's fine. At Powdon, I always really liked the gender difference of it having a different color scheme depending on its gender. Like, the black color scheme, I always liked that one a bit more though. But it's just been a very cool Pokemon. Like, I'm a big fan of ground type Pokemon. I mean, you can see that because Garchomp's in the top tier. But I've always really liked ground type Pokemon. You know, I mean, it's cute, but like, it's pretty forgettable. Drapion, on the other hand, is very intimidating. I always liked Drapion. It's a very cool poison type Pokemon. Toxicroak I forgot which one was Toxicroak. This one I always thought was pretty cool. That's in Pokken. Like, that's a pretty cool thing. You know, it's one of those odd ball fighters. But I'm pretty sure this one's Toxicroak. I always like the Toxicroak more. But, like, yeah, it's good. It's a really good poison type Pokemon. Poison type has very fluctuating quality of designs, but Toxicroak is one of the better ones. Carnivine is fine. To be honest, I just don't really care. I do not like these ones. Like, genuinely, they're just another fish Pokemon that nobody cares about. Just bad fish water type Pokemon. I don't care. Absolutely adorable. Really, really, really one of the cutest baby Pokemon ever. Next up we have Snover, which is, you know, it's fine, but like, I don't really care. On the other hand, Abomasnow is very good Pokemon. I always thought Abomasnow was, you know, very well designed Pokemon. I like its abilities, being Snow Warning, Summoning Hail. Though its typing is absolutely awful. Having the two types with some of the worst weaknesses and having the most amount of them combined together to create a Pokemon is genuinely awful and is a curse upon itself. Mega Abomasnow did not really need to happen, to be honest. And its design is, you know, it's kind of unnecessary. Just all of it. All of Mega Abomasnow was just unnecessary and didn't need to happen. Okay, Weavile. Weavile is an excellent Pokemon. Weavile is the definition of a glass cannon, with its typing, its stats, and its playstyle. Weavile always has, well, let's talk about Weavile's typing first. Weavile is an Ice Dark type, which has quite a bit of weaknesses. Weavile is a fast physical sweeper, which is, well, very risky game to play, because if you don't outspeed your opponent, well, you're basically dead. Due to Weavile's many weaknesses, you can die very easily, since Weavile is also very frail. And due to Weavile being as frail as it is, you are forced to play a very risky game, where you have to hit first, or you're basically dead, due to Ice having so many weaknesses, and Dark having so many weaknesses. But Weavile acts as a perfect counter for many things, since Ice and Dark are offensive types, and adding both of the offensive types to an offensive Pokemon is a perfect combo. And I always thought Sneasel was very weak, so having an evolution to Sneasel is to give it a boost of power that it very much deserves. Is very needed, and it's just a very well designed Pokemon also. After seeing Weavile, Sneasel just looks a bit off, but Weavile is a very excellent Pokemon. Okay, next up we have the evolutions added after the generation they were in, starting off with Magnezone, and I'm very, very happy that Magneton wasn't the final evolution of Magnemite. I always liked Magnemite, but Magneton is just plain out dumb. Besides, Magnezone is very fitting. And to boot, Magnezone is actually very good design. It works a lot better than just having... What if we added 3 Magnemites together and it was an evolution? Like, I understand that for Diglett a little bit, since, well, what else could you do? But for Magnemite, so much more can be done. And that is shown with Magnezone. What a good Pokemon. Next up is Licky Licky, with a weird name, but you know, Lickitung is pretty good. So Licky Licky is just a fatter, chunkier Lickitung, and it's kind of cute, but its evolution methods are weird, having to know rollout, and it's kind of unnecessary, to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Rhyperior, because Rhydon was first Pokemon ever designed, right? So its evolution has to be something good. And then they made Rhyperior, which is not something good. It's quite ugly. It does not improve upon Rhydon, and it does not improve upon anything that made Rhydon good. It doesn't emphasize anything that made Rhydon good. Yeah, sure, it looks more intimidating, but I've just grown. I used to like Rhyperior, but I've started to notice how it's just not that good. So I could just say I just don't really like it. It's just not that good. Now, I'm very happy Tangela got an evolution, since Tangela is such a good well, I always thought Tangela was classic Generation 1 design. I mean, it's just a clump of noodles with 2 shoes and eyes in a black void. You can't improve upon that. Actually, you can. Tangrowth is a very good design. I always liked Tangrowth, so I just put it in the good tier. Electivire and Magmortar are... Well, I always found it fitting that the rival Pokemon, well, they're kind of rivals, they both got baby evolutions and evolutions. But, to be honest, Electivire is just cooler. I mean, a cannon arm is pretty sick, but I always just thought Electivire looked a lot more natural and not like it was added afterwards. You could tell with Magmortar. Togekiss, is actually a very well executed Pokemon. I mean, its design it fits in very naturally with Togepi and Togetix designs. It just, as I said with Electivire, it just feels like it wasn't added afterwards. It feels like it's always been there, though that isn't the case. It's a very good design. Yanmega, same with Togetic and Electivire. Feels like it was never not there. Leafeon and Glaceon, competitively, they're the worst evolutions, but in my heart, they've always been the best. I mean, I just always thought they were really cute, and they had a lot of really good things about their design. I mean, sure, their evolution methods are, to put it plain out simply, they're pretty dumb, to be honest. But I always thought their designs were, very well made. Gliscor is a natural evolution of Gligar. Gligar was originally very weak, but it became stronger, much stronger. And now Gliscor. Gliscor is a very cool Pokemon. Having to evolve to the night is very fitting. Having to evolve during the night is very fitting. And I always just thought Gliscor was very cool. Same with Mamoswine. Mamoswine is very cool Pokemon. Having a Mammoth be an evolution to Piloswine is very cool. I always thought Mammoth were really cool, so that just makes Mamoswine a lot better. Porygon Z, having a digital Pokemon, its final evolution, have it glitch out is a really cool idea, and I think it's executed quite well with Porygon Z. But sure, Porygon 2 with an Eviolite is much better than Porygon Z, but in my heart, Porygon Z will always be a better design. Gallade and Mega Gallade are actually really good designs. Flipping the Psychic-type Pokemon to become a fighting type is a very excellent idea. That's why Mega Mewtwo X would try and fail to do it again, but Gallade did it perfectly already. Sure, you would get it very late on Pokemon Platinum, well, in Gen 4, but it's still very cool, and I always very much liked Gallade. This is dumb. Come on, this is just dumb. Probopass, just a bad Pokemon. I always kind of hated it. It looks dumb. It has a big nose. Sure, Nosepass was not the best, but at least it's so. When you add an evolution of Pokemon afterward, it shouldn't be worse than that Pokemon before. It should at least come close to the same levels as the other Pokemon. And when the Pokemon you're evolving from wasn't that good to begin with, the bar is set pretty low. So how did you go below that low bar? That's Probopass. Now, Dusknoir and Frostlass are really, really excellently designed Pokemon. I like Dusknoir a lot better than Dusclops. I mean, a lot of people prefer Dusclops than Dusknoir, but I always thought Dusknoir was much better. Its Pokedex entries are really sick, and I always just thought it was a really, really well executed design for a Pokemon. I mean, it's just such a perfect evolution. Same thing with Frostlass, but I really like Ghost types, and Frostlass and all of its Pokedex entries make it even better. It's very creepy in those, and I really, really like the Frostblast design. It's one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. So I'd say it's spectacular by bias. If I were to avoid my bias, I'd still say it's a very excellent design Pokemon, though it's my top 10 favorite. Okay, now I'm gonna rank the Rotom forms. Base Rotom it's fine, but we're ranking them off designs. But if we're ranking Rotom off its idea, Rotom's a very cool idea. Having ghosts just become inanimate objects is a really cool idea, and I always thought it was pretty sick. Okay, Rotom Heat is good. Rotom Wash is, not as good. I always thought Rotom Wash was one of the weaker Rotom designs, so I just put it closer to the bottom. Rotom Freeze, they're probably gonna make it have a blue outline, but then the original Rotom took it so it's purple, which I like because I really like purple. Purple's a cool color. What if we gave Levitate to the flying type one? And Rotom Mo is kind of dumb, to be honest, but always like that. It's pretty goofy. Now the Lake Guardians. Okay, here I'm gonna rank all three of them. I don't care. I still don't care, and I still do not care. Though this one's my favorite because it looks like it's sleeping and it's kind of cute. Well, before we get to the legendaries, let's just talk about this very not good middle stage evolution. It just looks so incredibly awkward. It just does not fit with the other two. It's definitely more of a transitional phase than the other two, but you can definitely tell they were just trying to say, okay, how does Piplup become Empoleon? And then the artist gave them a rough sketch of how it would become Empoleon. And then Pokemon Company said, Game Freak just said, that's it. That's the middle stage evolution. I just frank out don't like it, to be honest. Okay, now we're going to talk about the legendary Pokemon. Dialga, the God of Time, is actually a very interesting Pokemon. I always thought it was a pretty cool design. I did like Palkia better originally, but Time is such a cool concept, and I always really was interested with Time and the power that Time would bring. And I do like its color scheme, and its typing. Steel Dragon is an excellent offensive typing. So I'd say it's pretty great. Palkia got space. I like its color scheme even more. Purple, light pinks, and orange. I mean, kind of a little orange. Its typing doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but there's probably some 30-minute video explaining why it's a water dragon. But I don't really care. I just thought it was a cool design. Heatran is lame. On flat arms, it's lame. I don't really care. It's a pretty lame legendary, and the Fire Steel typing should not have been put on Heatran. Should have definitely had more designs into it. Regigigas is a great Pokemon ruined by an awful ability, which makes it worse. So it's the leader of a legendary trio, yet it's worse than all three members of that trio. But I do like its design. Now, Giratina has always been just a pretty sick Pokemon. I mean, it's the equivalent of Pokemon Satan, and the Distortion Railed segment is so disorienting. And I just feel like it's very cool, a third box art legendary Pokemon. And Ghost Dragon is cool typing, just a very sick type. To be honest, I like original form better, but I'd say both are excellent Pokemon. Cresselia is the lamer version of Darkrai. I feel like Darkrai was designed first, and they need a counterpart, so they made Cresselia. That's all I really get, and it's a tanky Pokemon. I'm not the biggest fan of those, but it's good, I guess. Okay, next up, these I don't care. They look fine, I guess. Darkrai, on the other hand, is a really sick Pokemon. I mean, it's literally the definition of the dark type. It even has dark in its name. literally, it's a Pokemon where you can just put up, show somebody Darkrai and say that's what Dark type Pokemon are about, and they just get it. And I'd say that's a really, really good trait to have. That's why I put Gengar in Spectacular tier in my first tier list, because if you just show somebody Gengar, say this is what Ghost type Pokemon are about, they would just get it. I mean, that's just a good Pokemon design. It tells you everything about the type in one design. And Darkrai has a pretty sick backstory as well. Shaman is absolutely adorable, like the cutest Pokemon in Sinnoh. Like most of this video has just been me saying how adorable first stages of evolution lions are, but Shaman is the cutest of them all, so it's great. Shaman Sky, I don't really care, but it has a cool design. Arceus. I had a long thinking about Arceus, but I think that it's quite honestly an excellent Pokemon design. I mean, literally everybody and their mother has said, oh, Arceus looks like a goat stuck in a fence. I can see that, but I genuinely think it looks very majestic, and its ability where it can change typing of plates is honestly pretty cool. Rotom did it first, but it's pretty cool. So I always thought Arceus was cool, and almost all of its art, it's looking down, which I thought was an interesting detail, showing how it is God. It is the almighty ruler. He looks down on all life, all Pokemon. He is obscenely powerful, which goes well with his status. So yeah, Arceus is an excellent Pokemon, which really makes sense for a Pokemon God. He's obscenely powerful and probably sweep your entire team. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoy and have a wonderful day, you wonderful people.